Hello and welcome everyone. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to collaborate in the Google formats. To start it off, I'll open up a Google document, which I shared with my colleague. I'm going to open up the Google document, and I'm going to show you how the real-time collaboration works. So for example, I open up my Google Doc, which is shared, and here on top, I can see that Jeremy is also in the document, currently working in the document. So we can work at the same time. I can create some space here and start typing. And it's all in real time, so I can see whatever edit my colleague is making. Also, every changes that is being made in the document is automatically saved. So you can see here, all the changes are saved. As soon as I start typing, it's automatically going to save it. So you never have to worry about losing the data that you put in your document. Also, there's no need anymore to go and go and save your document, attach it to an email, and ask your colleague to do a specific thing. You can just share the document with your colleague, and you can work on it both at the same time. Another thing, if we look forward on collaboration, so if I would be working here on the lower part of the document, let's say it's a 10-page document. If I want to see what Jeremy is doing, I can just click here and I can see whatever he's doing. So real-time collaboration. But if we want to take it a step further, for example, if there's a colleague that's not in the document, or you want to communicate with your colleague that is currently in the document, I can just use commenting. So I can just select text. Automatically, you'll see that there's a add a comment circle that comes up here. You can add a comment here, and I can say this is important. So you have different ways of putting in comments. So now I just put a general comment, which is that this is an important part of the text. So everybody that comes in can see this comment, and they can see that that's an important section. But also for collaboration purposes, I can go here and I can say, for example, plus, and then I'm with the plus sign, I can go and tag people. So plus, and then I tag Jeremy here. Can you please check this section? Maybe I wrote this section, but I'm not sure if it's correct. I'm just gonna here go to assign to Jeremy. I'm gonna assign it to Jeremy, and Jeremy is now gonna be receiving an email saying, hey, Michael tagged you in this document and he's asking you this question. Jeremy can simply in that email click on the link, and automatically he's gonna be able to see where I tagged them in. He's gonna be able to make the needed changes, and he can go and respond to it. So as you can see here on top as well, Jeremy already tagged me in this one. Does this also work in Google Sheets, in Google Slides? Yes, so for training purposes, I just now opened up a Google document, but this also works in Google Slides, in Google Sheets. So anywhere in the Google formats, you can comment and tag people in a specific document without leaving the document. So no need anymore to save it as an attachment and send it over by email to ask your colleague to do stuff. So here as well, I can go and just respond to Jeremy. All Google formats. So here I can just go reply, and Jeremy will be notified of this. Let's say this question is answered, so I'm just gonna click mark it as done. So similar here, I assign the task to Jeremy, and he say, okay, yeah, just did better like that. Okay, yes, perfect. So we can just real-time collaborate with each other, discuss things. Here, he has done the task, mark it as done, hop, and the task is marked as done. Also, if you want to keep track of all the comments and answers that you received, here on the top section, you maybe saw if you click on resolve or done, you see that they move up here. If you click here next to the share button, you can open up the history of all the comments that have been made in the document. So you can keep track of whatever was said in the document. So if I, for example, I did mark it as done, but I can always reopen it here, and then I can go and assign some more tasks or go further in the discussion here. So that's basically how quickly how you can go and collaborate in the document using comments. What you also have is you can also go and create suggestions. So here I'm currently in editing mode, so whatever I'm typing is actually changing, but I can also make suggestions. So if I can put myself in suggesting mode, and then I can go in here, and for example, I'll say this part needs to go out, and you'll see that it turns green. Here as well, if I'm going to be adding, this is a test up, and I'll do some more spacing here. You see that all the text that I'm adding here now is green. So it's not like it's changing automatically. I'm just making suggestions to the document. So now anyone in the document, if they see, okay, so here, for example, Jeremy is creating some suggestions. He's deleting this. If I agree with him deleting this, I can accept his suggestion. Hop. And now you see that the edit actually has been made. Here, Jeremy says the text looks better in English. If I don't agree, I can just reject his suggestion and off we go. Okay, so but if you have a larger document and everybody's making suggestions where they go, and you have really a long list of suggestions, it's not really easy to read through it. So what you can do is go here on top to Tools, and then you would be able to go to Review Suggested Edits, and then you can easily scroll through all the suggestions that were made here, or you can also have a preview of Accept All. So what it basically does is creates a preview of whatever has been changed in the document, so for you to easily read through it. So now you can see that this is just also marked as an edit. And then if you agree with the document, you can go accept all or reject all. So really nice feature there on top, that you can have a preview of what's happening with the suggestions, instead of having to read through this with all the green, and especially if you're gonna be deleting things, it's not that easy to read through this. Okay, so we looked at the collaboration part. Now we did make all of those changes to the document, and if we want to move back to a certain stage, let's say I made some edits which I don't want to see anymore. Google saves everything, so everything is automatically saved. I can always go back to any stage of the document. So here, if I go to File and I go to Version History, I can see the version history of the entire document. So here I can go in, and you can see that I've created a document on the 15th. I see I've made some more edits here. And then we can see that Jeremy has made some edits. There's 8 edits in total. So I can just quickly navigate through them like this to see what was edited by who. So at any stage, if I say, yeah, I want to move back to my original document, I can do so by just restoring it. So what I'll do is I restore it, hop, and automatically it's restored to the latest, to the version that I chose. But not to be afraid, you're not able to lose anything if you restore a document, because Google, as I said, saves everything automatically. So now if I go back to version history, what basically happens is I restored this version, but it basically just creates a new version on top. So if I want to go back to the version that I was in earlier, I can again go in here and restore this version. So automatically the versions are all named the date and the hour of the creation of the modifications. But let's say that this is my final document. I can go in here and name it my final document. So if you have longer documents and they live on for like a couple of months, and there's going to be a lot of edits, you're going to have a lot of versions in here. So that's why it's possible to just quickly change the names to final, or let's say if you're collaborating on it with a lot of colleagues, I'm going to name it here Final Michael. This is where I stopped doing my edits. And then you would be able to choose here on top only show the named versions, and then you would only be able to see the current version and then the ones that were named, just to keep a better overview on the different versions of the document. So really easy. You can always go back to any version which is needed, up, flip, and I'm back into the version that I wanted to have. So really easy managing your versions. There's no need anymore to have a training document version 1, version 1.1, version 1.2, and then at the end, nobody knows which is the final document. Here in a Google document or in the Google format, every version is automatically saved under the file, under the version history. Also, again, similar, it applies also to Google Sheets and to Google Slides. Okay. So I hope you have a bit of a better idea on how to collaborate in the Google formats. Really important, collaborate in real-time collaboration. Assign tasks to people with using comments without ever having to leave your document. You can just in document tag people. Email will be sent to them as a notification. If you want to make changes to a document but they're not final yet, you can use a suggesting mode. You can also accept all of those suggestions at the same time. And then fourth, you are able to manage all your versions within Google Drive. So automatically everything is saved and you can restore any version at any given time. Okay, thank you. I hope this was an interesting video for all of you. If you do have any further questions, please do reach out to us. And if not, thank you for joining in, and catch you on the next.